we got a 2012 Chevy Traverse. I'm gonna walk y'all through on how to do the front brakes in case you wanna do it yourself. Fairly straightforward, fairly simple. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take this cover off. Don't put no power tools on it. These are 22 millimeters. You can twist it literally off. Take this off. After you take that off, we're gonna take these lug nuts off. Are also 22 millimeters. We have 6 of them. So I like to bust them loose first before I actually go ahead and take them all the way off. So what I do is I just loosen it up. After I bust them loose, then I go ahead and get the tire off the ground. It's easier to bust the lug nuts loose while the tires in the car is down on the ground, because once you get the tire off the ground, you have no weight on it, so the tire will just spin and make it harder for you to take it out. I'm going to use no impact tools. I'm going to use straight hands so I can explain it better and not make all that noise with my impacts. Alright, it's pretty loud out here. I'm doing this work right beside the highway. So after you take these 6 lug nuts off, that's 22 millimeters a piece, then you're going to just take the tire straight off. After you take the tire off, now you have access to the caliper. The brake pads are right up under the calipers. On this one, it looks like this is going to be a 13 millimeter. The caliper bolts are 13 millimeters, one at the top, one at the bottom. All right, so we back at it. There's 2 caliper bolts to remove this caliper. It's a 13 at the top and it's a 13 at the bottom. I'm going to take that off right now. I'm actually using a snap-on 3/8 socket. That's one bolt. That's how one bolt right there. Always has this right here, which is your wear indicator. This is what scrapes when it gets low enough. It will scrape and touch the rotor and make that noise. I use this right here to put it up here on the piston to reset it. This is the piston reset tool right here. After you put the piston reset tool on here, these are your caliper brake pistons. These must be pushed in to reset it in order for this caliper to be able to slide back over the new brake pads. So it's very important that you spin this. This is a brake caliper tool, brake piston tool. I turn this, and while I'm turning this, I am pushing these pistons back in. I'm pushing it back in. Okay, that's the old brake pad that I used to push the pistons back in. See, the brake pistons are now pushed all the way back in flush. These are the new brake pads right here. As I stated, this piece right here always goes to the back side. The back side of the caliper, I mean the rotor. Once this brake pad gets low enough, this piece right here will start to scrape on your rotor. This is what signals that it's time for you to change your brakes. I'm gonna put the front side on. You put it in there, you see, it's exactly how it sets. Backside going in. In there. Just like that. Once the brake pads are back in place, you take the brake caliper. That's the top bolt. That's where the bottom bolt goes. You put it back on there. Push in to make sure it slides on. Bolt 1. Bolt 2 at the bottom. And I'll take my impact gun and tighten it all the way back up. Bottom bolt. That's a brake switch. Front brake replacement. After we get that caliper back on there, then we go ahead and put the tire back on there. Put the 22s back on. You got 6 of them. Alright, it's very important right here. This is very important. When you put the tire back on here, when you start to tighten it up, I let the car down just a little bit to put a little bit weight on the tire so it doesn't spin when I'm tightening it. Once it touches the ground, alright. It's very important that when you go to put these lug nuts back on here, that you tighten them up in a crisscross pattern so they go flush to the hub. You don't want to just do it in a circle, or it can make your wheel ride rough when you do it. Go crisscross every single time. You start over here, then I go across, then I go back across, back across. That's the sequence on how you do brakes for a Traverse. After that, put these back on here. Don't put an impact on here. Just tighten it up with your hands and a socket, and it just screws right back onto the lug nuts. This Mobile Hustling Tony checking out. Thank y'all for taking the time to watch the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.